你好 Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Honey Chinese podcast.
你怎么样？Emily，好久不见。
我很好，你呢？
还可以，还可以。Yes, we haven't been together in a while. So we need to review a little bit of the things that we have learned before, but today we will learn three very important, very important verbs in Chinese. Well, two are very key. One is 去, which is to go. One is 在, which is to be in a place. And also we will learn this 住, which is to live in a place. And we will see how we use these three very useful verbs. But what else are we going to learn today, Emily?
We're also gonna see the big cities and the countryside of the Chinese culture.
Good. So we will see what is better, if living in the city or in the countryside. Do you have any preference so
I
far?
like them both. They are all fascinating.
I like countryside for visiting, but I can't live in the countryside. I grew up for 5-10 years in the countryside, and I think I don't like the countryside for living, and I think countryside people don't like me. I think I'm a bit, yeah.
You're those kind of people who cannot live without the internet, right?
That too. Yes. There is internet in there. We will talk about this. Now, let's start with a dialogue. We start with a dialogue, and let's use these new verbs, new vocabulary as well. Afterwards, we will see what it means. Now, I start. 你好，你住在哪儿？
我住在上海，你呢？
我住在西班牙，但现在我在北京。
你喜欢北京吗？
喜欢，可是这里人很多。
是啊，上海也这样。我在上海工作，很方便。
我觉得农村很安静。
对，农村很安静，也很美。
你去过农村吗？
我去年去过云南，很漂亮。
你今天去哪里？
我去朋友家，你呢？
我下午去博物馆。
好的，祝你玩得开心。
Oh, very good. Lots of little things here that if you're listening to us, maybe you were thinking, what are they saying? We'll look at it later. Now we will teach these new words. So we will start with the verb or preposition verb 在. So how do we translate this 在, Emily?
Well, 在 is to be in a place, to be at a place where someone or something is.
Very good. So the pattern would be like subject, then 在, and then the place. So person, 在, and a place. For example, 现在我在北京。现在我在北京. We said in the dialogue means that right now I am in Beijing. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. But is it always like that? Like subject, 在, and place?
Yes. Yes.
Is it?
For example, what I said in the dialogue, 我在上海工作, but then I put it a verb in the end.
Very good. So when there is another verb, this is interesting. This is very interesting thing. So when there is another verb in the sentence, 在 works more like a preposition, like at or in or on. So in this sentence that we have here on screen, if you're looking at our screen, it says 我在上海工作 that you said, and this is very interesting because I in Shanghai work. So it's sort of like it places the location before the verb. So the main verb in this sentence is 工作, and 在 it's more like it gives like a preposition of it shows where the location is, and that comes before the verb. So 我在上海工作. We can use this in many ways. Like we can say I eat food at home. How would you say I eat food at home? I eat at home in
Uh-huh.
Chinese.
我在家吃饭.
Very good. Huh? So 在家 goes before the main verb, which is 吃饭. It's a bit tricky. So with 在, we learned that the location goes before the main verb, which is 工作, but that doesn't happen with this next verb. 去. What does it mean, 去?
去 means to go to somewhere, and it's an
Okay.
action verb, so it does not need 在 in like before or after. It doesn't need to go with 在.
Very good. Can you give us some examples?
Okay, so for example, like you can see on the screen, 我去朋友家. I go to my friend's house.
Okay, so it's like it includes the to. So it's go to is 去. You don't need to add any preposition like 在 or any other thing. And we use lots of 去 in the dialogue. I remember you said 你去过农村吗?你去过农村吗?农村 means countryside. So you go to the countryside. We will learn about this 过. What does it mean? Huh? But 去农村 is to go to the countryside. Very good, very interesting. Now, what else do we have here? So, what is the common mistake that English speakers do with 去?
Okay, so the common mistake is that normal people would say 我在去超市. Like in English, it means like I am going to supermarket. That's why they have an M 在. But then in Chinese, we don't use that. We just say 我去超市. I go to supermarket.
Very good. So we can't. There's no. This like present continuous thing doesn't work the same way in Chinese. Very good. So 我在去, and we also don't say 我去在, which would be another mistake. The go and the to. No, you don't need a preposition here. So it's 我去超市. That is great. Already perfect. Very good. We said this sentence that I mentioned before with 你去过农村吗? This 过 is interesting. We will not teach it completely now, but as an advanced tip, Emmeline, how does it work, this 过?
So 过 is actually somewhere means the past tense. So it means 去过 means have been. For example, we see it on the screen. 我去过北京 means I have been to Beijing.
Very good. So it's very similar to present perfect. So when we use 过, it's like experiences in the past. We will learn that le is for general past, but when we talk about experiences in the past, we'll use this 过. Very interesting. Perfect. We will learn more about this in future episodes. Now, we have the last verb, true. How do you pronounce this? This is a bit difficult. I don't know how to pronounce it. Emily, teach me. How do you say
Okay.
this?
So this one is 住.
Okay. So this true, what does it mean?
住 means to live, to resident.
Okay, so to live in a place is reside. We just say reside because live can mean many things, but it's to live in a place. And can you give us some examples of how to use this verb?
Okay, so for example, in the dialogue, we said 我住在上海. I live in Shanghai. So we use the subject and then 住在, and then at the end we use the place.
Very interesting here because you just said 住在. We said that with 去, the verb to go, we don't use 在, but with 住, we use 在. How is that? It's interesting.
Yeah, because you need the place, so you need to be in the place, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It just works like that. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. But with true, we need Tsai. Very good. So this is interesting. So we said with Tsai on its own, we can say 我在中国, I am in China. But when there is another verb, we mention that the location comes first. 我在中国工作, I work
Mhm,
in China, or in China work. But with these two verbs, the location comes after. So 我去中国, I go to China, or 我住
mhm.
在中国, I live in China. So these two verbs, the location comes after. There was this difference between 去 to go, which doesn't need 在, and 住 that needs 在.
Mhm.
If you don't remember this, you can rewatch the episode. But yes,
Yeah.
these verbs are very important. Okay, very good. Now, before we move on, I think we should do these sentences. How do you say? How would you say? I work in Beijing. Emily, how would you say this?
我在北京工作。
Okay, very good. 我在北京工作. So in this place, what? So can I say I 工作在北京? Could I say that?
Well, people would understand, but to sound more native, you put the verb in the end.
Very good. You're very nice. Like Chinese people will say, "Ah, you're good. You're good." Yes, but it's not correct. No, it's like 我在北京工作. Location first with the verb. Uh, yeah, with when we're using 在 as a preposition. Now, how would you say I go to the cinema in Chinese?
我去电影院。
Very good. 我去电影院. Perfect. Very interesting.
Mhm.
And the last one, he lives in Chengdu.
他住在成都。
Ah, interesting. So in this case, you use 在住在成都. Okay, very good. Now we have a question for. Before the question, let's review the dialogue that we did at the beginning, and let's see what's the meaning of the dialogue. If you've been listening before, you may have some questions about it. Now, at the beginning, I said 你好,你住在哪儿? This was hello, where do you live? 你住在哪儿? And what did you answer?
And then I said, 我住在上海。你呢？ I live in Shanghai. What about you?
I said 我住在西班牙. I live in Spain. 但现在我在北京. 但现在 but now 我在北京. I am in Beijing.
Mhm. And then I said, 你喜欢北京吗？ Do you like Beijing?
I said 喜欢,可是这里人很多.喜欢 means I like. In this case, will be translated as yes. 喜欢.可是 however, 这里人 here the people 很多 is many. So 这里人很多 here there are so many people. There are so many people here.
Then I said, 是啊，上海也是这样。Like, yeah, Shanghai is the same. 我在上海工作，很方便。So I said, I work in Shanghai. 很方便. It's
I
very
love
convenient.
I love this word, 方便, convenient, like convenience stores. 方便面, 方便面, instant
Convenient.
noodles.
Yes.
Very good word. Now, 我觉得农村很安静. I think the countryside is very peaceful and quiet. 安静. We said 农村 is countryside. 安静 is peaceful or quiet.
So then we said about 对，农村很安静，也很美。It's very quiet and also it's beautiful.
Very good. 你去过农村吗? have you been to the countryside? We use this 去过. Have you been to 农村 countryside?
Then I said, 我去年去过云南，很漂亮。I said, last year I've been to Yunnan. So we put the timing first, and then we use 去过 Yunnan, and then it's very beautiful.
Perfect. So, 你今天去哪里? Where are you going today?
我去朋友家，你呢？ I'm going to a friend's house. And you?
Very good. 我下午去博物馆. I'm going to the museum this afternoon. So 我下午 is afternoon. Can go at the beginning of a sentence or between subject and the verb. 我下午去博物馆. And 博物馆 is museum.
Then last I said, 好的，祝你玩得开心. It's like great and have fun. Hope you have fun.
Very good. You use this 祝 the hope. Very good. 祝你玩得开心. Interesting. Very good. I'm sure that people have enjoyed this to see how cultured I am. I'm going to a museum this afternoon. Yes, that's who I am. Now, we have a question for our audience, which is, how would you say in Chinese, I live in Beijing, but now I am in Chengdu? So I live in Beijing, but now I am in Chengdu. Do you know how to say that in Chinese? If you do, please leave us a comment with your version of this sentence. I live in Beijing, but now I am in Chengdu. We would love to read your take on that sentence. And if our listeners, if you are listening to our podcast and you're enjoying it, what you should do? What should they do?
Then please subscribe, to share, to like it. And then if you want to learn more about Chinese, we have the best teacher on our website, honeychineseschool.com, for online courses.
Very good. We will talk about it later, but you're totally right. If you want to learn, if you enjoy these lessons, please go to Hanyu Chinese School and you can ask for a free lesson where you can learn about Tai, about Chu, about Chu, and all these difficult verbs that are very, very interesting. Now, we wanted to talk today about this topic, China's megacities versus the rural villages. Because in China is a big country. We think of China as in these big cities, but then there is also the opposite. It's a very beautiful countryside that we can also enjoy. Have you been to these big cities before, Emeline?
Yeah, Shanghai. Shanghai, it's very famous. It contains a lot of big high tower, and they also have the world longest subway system.
Very good. I lived near Shanghai in Suzhou, and I was going to Shanghai every weekend with the high-speed train. Nowadays, I think they have the fastest train in the world, the maglev, that they're building now in other places, but it's already in place in Shanghai. So yes, a very futuristic city, like very fun to go. But there's not only Shanghai. You can also visit Beijing. Have you been to Beijing?
Beijing, yes, of course, it's the capital of China, and it's a mix of the culture and the mix of the city, the history and modern life. And then also you can see they have Changcheng. We have Changcheng here. Have you ever been to Changcheng?
Yes, I've been near Beijing. There's also this part of the Great Wall that you can go down on like little carts. Like it goes very fast. I love that. like you can see the Tancheng, the the Great Wall, but you can also do it while having fun. It was very interesting, to be honest. Like it's very fun. It's very crowded. So if you go to in high season, very crowded. But
And also
besides the town,
timing though.
yeah. But you can also see Tiananmen Square and forbidden city. It's very, very nice to see. And there is also this Chongqing, which I never been to. How you pronounce this? Chongqing?
重庆.
Chongqing.
Mhm.
But I really want to go because food, the spicy
Food,
hot and stuff.
yeah, of course. Everyone goes there for their spicy hot pot.
Just hot pot is my favorite food. So yeah, I want a place that I can just have hot pots every day. Okay, so we have these mega cities, huge cities. We talk about millions and millions of people, tens of millions of people living in these cities. When we talk about, maybe I'm from Barcelona originally,
Mhm.
and I think of Barcelona as a big city. But compared to the cities, it's really like a village. Really, it is. So it's just 1 million and a little bit more. So it's tiny, tiny town. But like besides these mega cities in China, we also have towns. How is life in rural China, Emily?
So, for example, we're seeing here is Guizhou. Guizhou is a very famous countryside. And they have a lot of traditional building, traditional culture in it.
Very good. I think there is a waterfall that is very well known, the Huangguoshu. I don't know tones of that, but yes, there is a very well known waterfall. And there is also Yunnan, and the food here is also amazing. Yunnan. So Yunnan is another place that I want to go.
What do
There
you
is
want to eat the most there?
I'm obsessed with this, but yeah, there's rice terraces and tea
Mhm.
fields and nice food. So if you want to go to a place, that you can relax, not only go to big cities, go also to rural China, which is very interesting. And if you
Mhm.
move into China, we can also consider moving to little towns or rural villages to have a quiet life. Yes.
Yeah, they have their high speed trains, so it's really easy to move between these cities and countrysides.
Yeah, so it's an option. I'm already married. I don't need to socialize that much, so I can move anywhere now. Next time, we need to talk about Taiwan a little bit more because are you from Taipei? Like Taipei
Ah,
City?
no,
Because
that's not the capital.
Taipei is a big mega city, but then,
Well, comparing to the Chinese
well,
cities, I
no,
wouldn't
nothing
say
can
so.
compare. Nothing can compare.
No.
But yes, yes. Okay, very good. Now, let's go for the question that we asked our audience before. The question was I live in Beijing, but now I am in Chengdu. How would you say that in Chinese?
Oh,
Now, how would you say that in Chinese, Emeline?
uh-huh. So the answer is 我住在北京，但我现在在成都。
Very good. Very good. So 我住在北京. I live in. We need the 在住在 and then 现在我在成都.
Mhm.
Now I am in Chengdu. Chengdu. Very good. So perfect. Now, if if we have learned this, we want you to leave us in the comment the answer to this question. So what is your favorite thing? If you could move to China, where would you move to? Would you move to a big city? If so, which one? And if you prefer countryside because you like to have a peaceful time, what would be your favorite destination? If you have a preference, please leave us in the comments. Now, let's do a little bit of review. What would we learn today, Emmeline?
So today we learned how to use 在 for locations and 去 for movements.
Perfect. So we learned these verbs and also we learned a little bit of how is life in the big cities and the countryside and what is the nice things of one versus the other. So if you are thinking of moving to China, maybe you can't choose because you're going where your work is, but if you could choose, think of all the options that you have. It's a very, very big city. What are we going to learn next week? Do you know?
Well, for the next episode, we are gonna learn more about countings and describing objects.
Yes, the classifiers, the measuring words, we call it. Yes, measuring words. That's very tricky. So do we like a special episode on the measure words, which are very tricky. You can't miss this episode if you struggle or if you want to learn more about measure words. Very good. And if you want to learn Chinese, like as Emily mentioned before, please go to hanyuchineseschool.com and you can ask for your free lesson where you can learn about measure words or about these tai, chu, true, and all the other verbs and how to use them. We have different tools that can adapt to your circumstances. There are students that need have more time. There are others that don't have much time, but they need something fast and constant learning. So we adapt to your circumstances and needs. Go to hanyuchineseschool.com and ask for your free trial lesson. And that's it, Emmeline. I've really enjoyed, and I will see you in a couple of weeks with another
Yes, thank you so
episode.
much.
Very good. Big hug and很高
Okay,
兴和你一起学习。
很高兴，谢谢你，
好的，拜拜。
拜。